How's it going, guys? It's Tuesday. It's apparently St. Patrick's Day. I kind of just realized that. Completely forgot about St. Patrick's Day, but luckily, I almost always wear my turtle hoodie every day just around the house. So technically, I'm wearing green, I guess. But yeah, I know we're thinking about a lot of other things going on in the world, but just figured why not talk comic books, show some hauls I got last week. I actually paid a visit to my shop today because the shop owner really wanted people to stop by. So I got a couple of books that he had for Old Comic Book Day Monday. And yeah, I figured if nothing else, just do some quick haul showing and just make a nice quick live stream tonight. Didn't get a chance to read too much last week because working in retail and what's going on now is insanely exhausting. I literally, as soon as I got home from the shop, basically I worked today, went home, or I went to the shop, went home. So you could tell I just woke up. I'm sorry. But anyway, I literally had time to read the one pull I had last week, like right before we started here. But before I talk about my one pull and show you guys know me, like the weekly hauls are just like, I don't know why I do this, but yeah, this is I gotta get this much in 1 week. I don't know what I think, but anyway, we got some people I need to say hi to. We got Big O in the chat. What's going on, Big O? He says, I'm ready to see what love me some antique store finds. Yeah, I decided like before everything got super insane last week, I'm like, I need to hit this one antique shop because I haven't been there since December, and this guy restocks weekly, so I had no idea what I'd find. Like I said, that stack I just showed was almost all from this one antique seller. He has 2 booths, and he has some phenomenal deals, which we'll get to in a second. Actually, I don't want to forget to show this book here, so I'm going to put it on the bottom of the stack. Because that, in my opinion, is the lead, and I'm going to bury the lead till the end like I usually do. But what's going on, Big O? And we got the mess. Turn on. What's going on, Donnie? Nice to see you in the chat tonight. And we got Cobby, Comic Books NYC. What's up, buddy? What's going on, man? Nice to see him in the chat. And this guy called me to make sure there was a live stream tonight. Thank you, Great Legend, for waking me up and making sure I'd be online tonight. He says some bald guy named Great Legend sent me over here. Hopefully he's got plenty of beanies lined up to cover that cold, bald head of his from that Baron Corbin, man. That freaking Baron Corbin screwed you over again. So, Corbin. Ugh. Anyway, I need to take a drink after saying his name. That guy sucks. I'm sorry. Oh, if we got good old Drew's nephew, Double S. He says, what up to Ric Flair, the Comic Core? Woo! So there's one for you, Double S. I like seeing Double S in the chat. That guy's awesome. And then we got Scott Evans in the chat. What is going on, Scott Evans? One of the best right there. All right, so like I said, I got one pickup from last week. Like I said, if you guys watched Modern Men last night, I'm slowly kind of just phasing out weekly pulls. There's not a lot of reads that are doing it for me right now. I think I counted them on one hand. It was like Turtles, Ice Cream Man, and Curse of the White Knight are like my 3 reads I like. This one's hot and cold for me. Unfortunately, the last 2 issues have been, in my opinion, kind of ice cold. Oh, I do want to say a quick hello to Tacoma Comics. What's going on, Tacoma? Yeah, I'm trying to integrate the Tuesdays back in for you guys. Just as a thank you to my subscriber base over here. So trying to integrate the Tuesday live stream back into everybody's lives, basically. So big shout out to Tacoma Comics. He's been selling a lot of cool books on his channel lately. So if you guys like the auction community and the auction scene, you definitely owe it to yourself to sub up to Tacoma Comics because he's got some great deals over there on the West Coast. But anyway, back to Young Justice. Like usually, on some of your best team books, they take 12 to 24 issues. They get this like nice core of like maybe like 6 to 8 on the team, and they just build the book around that team, and you kind of get to know each and every character and their traits and such. With Young Justice, they kind of already expect you to know everything for some reason about all these characters. And while they do, you introduce like new characters like Jenny Hex, Teen Lantern, Amethyst, so on and so forth, and you keep just shoehorning in more and more and more. So now on Young Justice, they have pretty much the original Young Justice, including Cassie, all those new characters from the first run of Young Justice, And now they have put in Dial H for Hero, which they were in this book. I'm not too familiar with Dial H. I still need to read that new 52 run I bought for like a quarter a piece. Shame on me, I haven't read it yet. So you have Dial H doing his thing there. You have the Wonder Twins have now been integrated into this book. I don't know if they're officially part of the team or they're going to be, keep in their book or what have you. Of course, since this is all Bendis, Naomi is now in here as well, officially part of the team. And as you can tell by this cover, let's throw in 4 more people because why not? So you got Arrowette, Spoiler, Aqualad, and Sideways. So before you even start to learn to root for some of these characters here, there's just characters all over the place. I just want to see my boys. I did this to Drew. I'll do it for you guys. I was like, look at what they've done to my boy. As in the terrible Don Corleone impression, but man, come on. We got to do Tim Drake better than that. He's got this crap brown costume. He's supposed to be a detective that rivals Batman. He found out who Batman was. That's how he became Robin. So his detective skills and his smarts should be, up here instead of down here. And what does he do? He changes his name to Drake. He would never do that. Come on. Seriously. So in the art in this, there's 2 different artists now. John Timms, he's still your A-list artist in terms of, DC artist. Thought he was pretty interesting. I like me some John Timms. Unfortunately, he does not draw the entire book. You have Michael Avon Oeming, which is another classic Bendis artist from Powers and such. Unfortunately, I do not think Oeming's art style is good for Young Justice at all. So half the book looks good. Actually, I do. Like I said, they actually have some really good splash panels in this book. I'll show you the one with Kid Flash. Impulse. I know him as Kid Flash. Like I said, look at all these characters they're just shoehorning in. Where's Superboy? Why isn't my boy there? Why is he fighting with Warlord? I don't care about Warlord. I want my Connor back with the characters. But yeah, moment of the issue right there. They're looking for Connor, and Impulse uses the Speed Force to kind of figure out what's going on with the power of Sideways. So at least there's a couple cool splash panels in this, but they need to scale it back down quick. They're trying to do too much with too little, basically. And Bendis' dialogue, is I'll go back to the splash, but the dialogue is just all over the damn place. Come on, seriously. So you're killing me, Bendis. You're killing me. I love all these characters. Well, half the characters that this book should be about, but come on. So, Young Justice, my only pick of the week. Sorry to go on a little bit of a rant there, guys, but I said when they treat my favorite characters like this, I got to say something. So, Young Justice, save them. Get Pete Tomasi on the book, please. He'll do it. Get Titan. I know he's doing Batman, but Titan loves these characters. Put him on the book. Come on, somebody save these characters. But anyway, I want to get back to the chat. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my kind of rant there. Sorry about that. We got Prowler671. How's it going, Prowler? That guy's always hopping on my chat, so definitely appreciate seeing him out tonight. We got JD Comics. What's going on, JD? I believe he's got Golden Guys rolling tonight. Getting ready to celebrate their 1-year anniversary on the Comic Core tonight. So check out Golden Guys at 10 p.m. Eastern. Definitely one of the best shows around, that's for sure. Great legend is Bart Allen Kid Flash. Yeah, he's Impulse again. He was Kid Flash in the Jeff Johns Teen Titans run for that whole thing. So great run. If you want to see these characters done right, just go read 2003's Jeff Johns Teen Titans. By far better than this book here. And then here comes Shane O'Mac, JLS Comics, saying, here comes the money. So how's it going, JLS Jesse? Definitely one of the best channels in the community. If you guys like G.I. Joe, definitely check out what he's doing right now. He's got a character breakdown on each of his videos, and it's absolutely amazing. Let's see. Tacoma Comics says Jim Zub did the same thing with Champion. He did, didn't he? I remember kind of that Champions run. I believe it started with Mark Wade, which was kind of good there. And then, yeah, I kind of fell off around, when Jim Zub came on that book, and I barely even remember it. Legend, yeah. We love reading some books, don't we? He says, love a good rant. All he needs is a pair of glasses and a tennis racket. He said he was going to come give me some pops tonight. So there you go. And then Jail's doing the same thing with the Shane O'Mac stuff. So, like I said, my shop was like, please, for the love of God, come in. There's no one downtown right now. We need shoppers. So basically, he ran a trivia or not a trivia contest on Instagram, but he had like guessed the image. And luckily, I guessed one of the images right on his Instagram. So I gained a $10 credit to come in today or tomorrow. And I used it. I got a couple, one Silver Age and one Bronze Age book. So Legend, since you're in the chat now, and I know for sure, I'll show you the book I used the $10 credit on. So I got Fantastic Four, number 69. So I got to get these like under 100 Fantastic Fours when I can. I probably spent like 10 minutes trying to decide what book to actually get, because he had I don't know if he just like bought a collection recently, but he had one heck of a haul yesterday to sell. And actually I missed some of the books I was looking for, because he had, I think, upgradable copies for me of the Steranko Nick Fury Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. run, which some of the most phenomenal Silver Age work you'll ever find, some of the most groundbreaking art. Luckily, I have most of the issues, but some of them, they're potatoes, basically. But he obviously sold all those the first day he had them out. But yeah, I found this FF69. So it says, by Ben Betrayed. So it looks like they're fighting Ben Grimm. So I'll have to crack this one open and, see the condition. Obviously, give it a read and get it in that. I know Legend won't forgive me if I don't put this in that beautiful Mylar with that halfback. Maybe I'll use that fullback just for Legend on this one. But Fantastic 469. I got it for $4. So it says 14, but I used my $10 credit and got it for $4. So obviously, when you're talking Fantastic Four, Silver Age, not completely destroyed, $4, you can't beat it. So there you go. And then while I was in there, this one's a little bit of a beater copy, but it's one off my X-Men checklist. It is spine rolled straight to hell. And it's got a little bit of water damage, but other than that, like, that doesn't present the worst in the world. But I got X-Men 150. I guess it wasn't. It probably was. It's post 1980. Newsstand. There you go. I didn't have the gimmick queued up, but you guys get what we're doing here. So I had to get X-Men 150. It is $6. Like I said, I didn't have it in the collection. So another one off my X-Men list I can knock off. So that was my local shop haul for the day. And I got to get back in this chat. We got a lot of people still hopping in here. So thank you guys so much for joining the chat tonight. Let's see who we got here. JD says, I love that book. Legend knows about Inhuman Surprise. We got Comics Misexplained. He's not gone too soon tonight. He is in tonight's chat. What is going on, Jason? Oh, he's clanging, he's banging, he's going down Santa Monica, brother. We got the immortal Big E Shack. He's in the chat tonight. What is going on, Big E Shack? Nice to see you out and about. And this guy, I think he just posted a video today. If you guys are looking for those mystery boxes, he's got to hook up on maybe one or two more for you after he did his sellout. We got Who Dat Comics and Movies. What is going on, man? I may have one or two turtle books to show today. I know last week I was like, you can't ever find these things in the wild. I found one newer one in the wild. I'm not going to say it's like a volume 1 or anything, but I thought it was kind of funny last week. I can't find these things anywhere, even the new ones, and I at least found one of the new ones. So, and then we got Count Von Strange the Fourth. Once again, check out this guy's channel. Just showed off his C2E2 haul. He got a lot of nice stuff. So if you guys like C2E2 and the haul videos you got to see coming out of that con, definitely check out Count Von Strange. He had a very successful con. You guys got to check out that video. Who Dat says, question, I'm a couple behind on Team and T. How was 100 through 102? 100 was phenomenal. I don't want to spoil it too much for you because unfortunately it got spoiled for me the day it came out. I wasn't thrilled about it, but it is what it is. So everything that happened in City of War, you could see culminate in that giant-sized issue 100. So Who Dat, I know you really enjoyed the City of War storyline 92 through 99 are the issues on that before 100, obviously. But definitely, like, if you were enjoying the stuff, besides probably the only person who got done kind of dirty in most of that run was the new character Jenica, which everyone went crazy over and started speculating on. You didn't really see a lot of Jenica throughout CD War. However, that being said, because of what happens at the end of 100, 101 and 102, the main four turtles kind of get dialed back a little bit. It seems like they're taking a little bit of a break. So because of that, you're going to get to see a little bit more of April, and you get to see a little bit more Jenica going forward. So there is that. So definitely, if you're interested in them developing Jenica as a turtle character a little bit more, you got to check out the newer issues for sure. But like I said, especially 3 of the 4 turtles. Of course, Raphael, he never takes a break. He's always just going angry and going crazy. So Raphael and Jenica are probably the 2 strongest characters in the book currently. But yeah, definitely if you like the City at War stuff, it hasn't slowed down just yet. So you'll like them, Who Dat, trust me. JLS says, curious, what's everyone doing about Orlando? I don't want to officially announce anything, but it's probably looking like a lot of people aren't going. I mean, it is what it is. Everything's escalating by the day at this point. So I don't see Orlando happening. I hate to say it, sound negative, but it's a long shot at this point. Let's just put it that way. We still got the Mastodon in the house. Comics Fix is playing. He's playing that up, man. He's still playing that Overwatch. I love that game. I used to run with Mercy. She's absolutely awesome. I love the healer on there. Woo! All right. Legend says, would talk turtles for who dat for inspiration for Seawood. Oh, absolutely. And then you know who else likes turtles? We got Count still in the chat. He loves him some turtles, I know. And then Who Dat says he's definitely reading that stuff this week. Scott Evans says, I'm going to read the Jenica mini and when all 3 issues are out. Okay, so it's just 3 issues. Good. So, yeah, issue 1 of the Jenica stuff. Like I said, I wasn't too enthralled with it. But at the same time, I understand they really need to do some character development there for sure. So I'm looking forward to seeing, in wrestling terms, I guess, they need to give Jenica the push, basically, at this point, if they want to keep that momentum going with the book. And we got Chad R. from the Comic Whore in the chat. What is going on, Chad? Got a chance to talk to him on the phone earlier today. Hopefully he's still doing well. And then Miss Explain says, I just started The Last of Us recently. Got Days Gone and Resident Evil 2 downloading now. Okay, you can pop. Actually, Resident Evil 2 is pretty good. The new one. I haven't played. I watched the buddy play it for like 4 hours straight. I was really impressed. They put the RE4 engine into it, made it look real nice. But Last of Us, dude, just focus on that game. Trust me. Probably one of the most phenomenal games of the last decade that's came out. So you can't go wrong with The Last of Us. Get that game played, get it beat, and then pre-order the second one if hopefully it comes out on schedule still. But Last of Us, probably like my favorite game of the 2010s, basically. Can't go wrong there for sure. All right. So since I work today and I wanted to go to my comic shop, you guys know me. I had to go to Half Price Books to see what they got. They still had their doors open. They were begging people to come in as well. And they actually just put out some comics yesterday. So mostly 20-cent finds again, but I did get a couple dollar books. This one's actually a pretty, it came out in the late 80s, so they should be pretty nice. But I thought this particular copy looked like it was brand new. So can't go wrong once again. John Byrne, Superman #1. I probably have a copy of this book somewhere, but I saw this one in the dollar bin. Thought it looked brand new. I'm like, yeah, why not go ahead and grab another copy? Because obviously this is the run that eventually got me into the game to begin with. Even though it was in issue 75 with Dan Jurgens, I still got to pay respects to where it started. Post-Crisis Superman with John Byrne. Obviously, he had the 6-issue Man of Steel mini, and then that led into Superman #1 with this really badass Metallo cover where Superman is not having a good day. So always like this book as well. Legend, if you're still in the chat, you'll like this next one. Animal Man #7. So another one off my Animal Man Grant Morrison list. I need to make that list, actually. I keep forgetting what's on there and what's not, but I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't have this book. So another hilarious read. He's got this crazy old man superhero and controls these annoying, stupid robots that just give Buddy Baker a headache, and kind of hilarity ensues. So another good book for sure. Read this run if you haven't. Like, come on, seriously. It's a classic. So some 20 centers, just some random pickups. I don't know anything about this character. It seems like I usually like Greg Pak's work, and I've heard some decent things about this title. So I got Mech Cadet U. Like I said, no, not much at all about this title, but it was 20 cents. So I'm like, screw it, why not? Thought it looked cool. I like Greg Pak typically, so I threw that in the pile. Most of these were just kind of like random cover buys and nostalgia, basically. So I got Magdalena from 2003. Had to get this beautiful Joseph Michael Linzer cover. I didn't even know he did a cover for the Magdalena, but I thought that looked awesome. So for 20 cents, definitely wasn't going to leave that in the bin. Let me get my drink of water for this guy here. We got YouTube is 90. Drink it in, man. A little bit of the bubbly and all the other catchphrases. Les Champions is back tonight at 9 p.m. with the Comic Book Corner on 90 MF Comics. Now, if you guys want to see someone who reads their books and gives some great reviews, 9 p.m. Eastern, 90 MF Comics, you got to check out his channel. One of my favorite review shows there is. Okay, Tacoma Comics says Mech Cadet is awesome, especially for kids, and he loves it too. That's nice, man. Cool. I'm glad that gets your recommendation. So that tells me I do need to read that book now. Prowler says last time I paid 20 cents for a comic when I was a teen in the mid 70s. Yeah, look, like that's why I keep getting so many books. I live next to this place where everything's just so cheap. So. Here we got Chris Barrett. I feel like I haven't seen the bad news in the chat yet. So there he is. I missed him up there. Sorry, Chris, I didn't see you up there earlier. So I was like, where's Chris Barrett at? And actually, I missed somebody else. We got JB from Discovery Bay. What's going on, man? He just wrapped up his live stream and sent people over here. So big shout out to JB for, telling everyone what's on in the comic community. And there's your one rhyme for the night legend. So he says, no problem. Just keep doing what you're doing, Chad. You got some of the best. Like I said, this guy's channel speaks for itself. So sub him up as well. All right, going back to the 20 centers. When I think Aspen, of course, you got to think Mike Turner. Unfortunately, no Mike Turner in 20 cent bin, but probably in my opinion, the closest successor art-wise that Mike Turner had at Image, which they probably never even worked together or anything. She's probably a lot younger and was heavily influenced by Mike Turner's art. Of course, I'm talking about Saya Ohm. Some phenomenal art. Like I said, probably the closest they've gotten to that Mike Turner style since his unfortunate passing in the mid-2000s. But I think, for her, her art is excellent. I'd like to see her one day, maybe move on past Aspen and maybe finally get that shot in the big leagues because I think her art is excellent. So got this Soulfire number 4. There's a B cover. So when I saw this, at first I kind of thought it was a Turner, but then I realized that, it was from the 2010s. But yeah, Saya Ohm, absolutely awesome. And here's another cut. This is from her book called Lola XOXO. So definitely knew that was her. And she did this whole book too. So not only do you get this cool cover she did, you get some nice art she did on the inside. Like I said, her covers, like most artists, are definitely stronger than her interior art. But I don't sleep on her interiors either. I think they're definitely some good-looking interiors. So Lola XOXO, some good quality art in this book. Probably one of the stronger art style books that Aspen has had in the 2010s. So good stuff there. Oh, I guess we got Silver Age Dave in the chat. What is going on, Silver? He says, look at all the big dogs showing up. Love Silver Age Dave. One of my favorite channels in the whole community for sure, too, is Silver Age Dave. Now, here's one of those. I don't know if Tacoma's still in the chat, but I need to study his Instagram, figure out how to get some of these stickers off. Because when sometimes at the half-price books around here, if there's a sticker on it and they don't want to mess with it, they're dropping it in the 20 cent bin. So I was like, why not just go ahead and get Excalibur number 1 for 20 cents? But as you can see, it has those pesky stickers on there right there. So I'm figuring out how to get that off. I think that's one heck of a deal for 20 cents. Even though it's got a couple ticks on there. It needs its shots, tick shots. But other than that, the book is very, look at that. You always got to show respect to the ads on the inside. Every time I see my turtles in an ad, it definitely gets the nostalgia pop for me. So always like those cool ads. All right, so speaking of nostalgia, I think I have like 2 trillion copies of this book at this point, but when I see it for cheap, it goes in the stack to buy every single time. Gen 13, number 1. This is the ongoing part of it. So they had both covers. I just picked up the one because the other one was kind of, once again, it was ticked off. This one was in a lot nicer condition, but gotta love you some 90s J. Scott Campbell, man. Like, especially once he hit the ongoing, he definitely cleaned up his art style a lot to more what is reflected now on his covers, except, hey, back in the day, he actually had some backgrounds to his stuff. But, I mean, come on. Nonetheless, you get some of those beautiful interiors you've ever seen. So, love me some Gen 13 from the 90s. Some of the best art ever, in my opinion. I got Ninjak number 1, and I think there was a number 0. Slowly putting together the Valiant runs just because why not for 20 cents. So I got Ninjak issue 2, Joe Quesada's finest from Valiant. So when it comes to, Joe Quesada art, why not get it? So as you can see, some more excellent interiors. Joe Quesada, definitely one of the best. Some of his, I guess technically kind of pre-Marvel. Probably not. I think he did some Marvel and then that at the same time, but oh well. And then here's the A cover for Lolo XOXO. Once again, beautiful Saya Ohm art on there. And hey, look at the back, Mike Turner. All right, and I forgot. I did have one more find. Tacoma, you're gonna like this one, buddy. Once again, Tacoma. He was actually showing on his Instagram. I think he had a Harley Quinn number 1. It had the Newsstand barcode. And me and Poor Man's Comics, Poor Man's definitely subbed that guy up too. He pretty much isolated it as a Walmart variant. This may or may not be the same. Actually, this is probably just a Newsstand release, but I got Green Lantern Rebirth issue number 2. Let me cue. Actually, I got to cue up the gimmick on this one because why not? It's a Newsstand. There you go. Had to give you one tonight. So yeah, got a Newsstand Green Lantern Rebirth. Don't see these post mid-2000s Newsstands around that often. And for me, I love me some Green Lantern. About the only ones left I have to chase in the Johns around these weird, obscure variants like your Newsstand variants and a lot of those B covers from the 30s and 40s of his initial run. So I'm still trying to collect for stuff like that. So when I see the Newsstands on the Green Lantern Rebirth and that stuff, I got to grab them. So that was my half price books haul for the day. All right, so we'll get into the chat, and then we're going to get into the main event, the 2 antique store, 1 vendor haul I got last week. So let's see. Of course, Legend loves the Newsstands. And then Tacoma saying for sale tonight on New York Warriors. That's cool. So, yeah, the New York Warriors are doing their auction tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. So, definitely check out if you guys like the auction community. Once again, you can't go wrong with the Warriors on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. True Manchu, I don't even know what he's talking about. He's saying I overpaid for 20 cents or something. We'll just get hit. Nah, I always got to give Drew flack, but definitely if you want to see, actually one of my favorite YouTube moments ever happened last week. Drew Manchu actually put it on the Comic Core Facebook. It was just me and him doing our review of the Green Lantern movie in the middle of this movie-based episode of Modern Men. You guys got to go over there and check it out. Drew edited it up really well. You guys will laugh if you catch that video. But yeah, shout out to Drew Manchu for that one. We still got the Mastodon talking about that Disco Discovery Bay. Curse Barrett, Tacoma dyed hair. Yeah, I don't think he has too much hair to dye. Anyway, Legend says, Ultra Games, man. Damn, always threw the controller on that first game. Hard as POS. Yeah, man. Some bad memories there for me too, man. I love Turtles so much, but that first game had no forgiveness whatsoever. Luckily, Turtles 2, you can at least get the Rocksteady, the first level in that apartment that's on fire to save April. So, yeah. Love the Turtles in Time. That was my game. So, gotta love that. I'm surprised you don't have a half-price books account. You gotta have one. So, oh, man. We gotta find a half-price books near Count Von Strange, man. Oh, we got William Bird in the chat. He says, I love early Valiant before Acclaim took over. Some really good stories. Yeah, absolutely. My goal is to get as many of those runs. Like, I'm trying to collect some issues 1 through 10 in the 20-cent bins. I'm not going to pay more than like $2 for the runs. So I definitely want to collect them and then actually maybe read some of them because I love the 90s stuff. Obviously, that's what I started collecting, but I've just never sat down and read the Valiant stuff. Chayla says Discovery gets some Stone Cold. He's coming up with entrance music for everybody now. I love it. You guys know me. I didn't know like the wrestling stuff. Come on, Vince. You can't have WrestleMania in an empty place. Like that's not WrestleMania. Just cancel it or postpone it. Don't try to like put a sticker on a turd. That's all I got to say about that. And we got Purgatory Paul's comic book review. Definitely give him a sub. He's new to the community, so check him out. All right. So I know you guys have been itching to see this haul here. So like I said, have had a chance to visit this one vendor who it's an hour away from me. There's 2 antique shops in the city, but he has like almost a $2 booth in one of them that's in a shopping mall. And then another one is just a pure antique mall. And that's where he usually has his like $3 to $5 higher grade books. And both of them have glass cases with some good stuff too, which I did get a glass case book, as I'll show off shortly. But I think I got this stack started, which most of them came out of his $2 bins. So sometimes I think he literally just drops like some stuff in the $2 bins just to get rid of it, just to kind of have like that little rare gem in there and they get you coming back. So we'll see what we got here. So like I said, I actually did find one turtle book last week, and it was TMNT issue number 7 from the ongoing. So last week, actually the box is still down here by my knee. But I have issues 1 through 6 in the box. I actually didn't have issue 7, so I'm like, why wouldn't I go ahead and get this for $2? Because usually you can't find these for undercover in that first run of these. So $2, I'll pay that all day. Next up, this is Flashpoint number 1, except it's not the Flashpoint number 1 you expect. So this is printed, I believe this is 99 was the year this one came out. So it was just an Elseworld story that was printed with the name of Flashpoint. And eventually, obviously, we all know in 2011, they stole the name for Flashpoint, obviously. So I thought that was kind of a cool gem thrown in there for $2. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this one. So I did find 2 Turtles books, actually. So I think Legend and I were actually talking about the TMNT Adventures the other day. I found TMNT Adventures 11. Good old Newsstand. So, you know me, I'm not going to pass this up. I'll pay $2 for this all day. So that was nice. Now, tell me what you guys would have done here. I think I would know the answer. So got a complete potato copy of this book, but I mean, it's just the cover's so iconic. And I think the guy, he just doesn't like selling like beat up books for higher prices. So he put it in the $2 bin. So I got Superman 233 for $2. And I mean, most copies I see aren't the best. But at least it looks like everything's attached. There's very minimal staple bleed. Luckily, it looks like he rescued it in time before it went full on rust. And obviously it does have a few, looks like some water spots and some dog ears, obviously, but $2 all day, man. Like, why wouldn't you pay $2 for this? One of the most iconic Superman covers. It's got that long leg right there that Neil Adams hates because I had to put Kryptonite Nevermore under there. But yeah, one of my favorites. $2. Absolutely a steal of a deal all day. And that's not even the only steal of a deal I got in this stack. Next one. X-Men 134 for $2. Like, come on. Like, I already had this book, but I can't pass this up. There may be one person out there who needs this, so I just went ahead and swooped this up in the stack as well because I love me some of the, like, especially around the 130s when you get in the Dark Phoenix saga. Like, it's one of the most phenomenal reads ever right here. This Uncanny X-Men run. So I had to get this for $2. That was an easy decision. This next one, I love this cover. This may be the most beat up copy of a comic I bought, but I didn't have a copy of this one yet. And I'm pretty sure looking at it, the cover's probably detached, but everything's intact and it still presents in its own unique way, I suppose you could say. But Captain Marvel 29, some of Jim Starlin's best, $2. Like, come on. Like, I mean, like I said, it's got to be detached. But I mean, I think that's just kind of like wall candy at that point. Check those old ones for interior signatures. Yeah, that's a good tip. I might have to do that. We'll just do a random one now. Silver saying I gotta check an interior. Maybe we'll, since the luck is so high on these 3 books, we'll just check one real quick. We're gonna end up rebagging these anyway, so probably not, but you never know. Nope, not in this one. But hey, you got O.J. Simpson showing them heels. He turned into a heel. Am I right? Oof. Sorry about that. Whew. Yeah, that is a dirty copy, but hey, if pressing and cleaning, we'll see what could happen with that. But yeah, I thought those 3 books for $2 a pop, you can't go. And actually, you know what? Even this next one, like New Teen Titans 21, I believe, if I remember, I think this is the first Brother Blood, another one off the checklist for $2. So thought that was pretty awesome. So, and this one's actually like, he had 2 copies of this, and I just picked the cleaner one. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And then the rest of the $2 booth, I think I just cleaned up on some Spider-Man run fillers. So for $2, I got some nice John Romita Jr. action on 242. Amazing Spider-Man, $2. Issue 191. And this is, I mean, it's funny. I kind of told myself, like, I need to slow down Spider-Man. That's like all I ever leave with from this guy. But issue 191, very clean copy for $2. Like I could not leave that one laying. Like there's like, I mean, that's like probably almost near mint in my opinion. So I thought that was a really nice copy. So I had to pick that up. Same thing. There's a couple ticks on this one. Got 187, $2. Thought that was really nice. 186. And I have so many of these that, like, I hope I don't have too many doubles, but if I did, these would probably for sure be upgrades in the collection. And there's 184. And then actually probably the last, well, they're probably almost all steals of deals. I was shocked this one was $2 because I figured maybe it's because the hype on the characters died down a little bit, but I did get an amazing Spider-Man 365 newsstand for $2. So I believe this is still credited the first Spider-Man 2099. Love the gimmick 90s hologram cover. Who doesn't love that? But yeah, $2. I think I actually sold my better copy of this way back when on an auction. So luckily I got an upgrade back because the other one I had was kind of ticked off all throughout. I got House of Secrets 100. I don't know if JD's still around, but I know he loves him some Bernie Wrightson. I cannot pass up on Bernie Wrightson for $2 for sure, so had to get that. I can't remember. I may already have this one, but like I said, $2. I wasn't going to take the chance. Nice, clean copy. Dazzler 21. I would just kind of like that cover. And for that all-black cover, like maybe 1 to 2 ticks on it. But yeah, thought that was awesome. And I think that is all I got from his first booth, which was most of it. The second booth was this, and this was the glass case one. So before I get into part 2 of the haul, let me get back into the chat here. Let's see what we got. We'll scroll up a bit. Drew's, I know he loves those X-Men books for sure. He likes that X-Men. Tacoma says, nice. Damn, $2. Oh yeah. He says he's got to get one for $1.99 now. Count considers that a win for sure. Yeah, I was like, I couldn't believe some of the books he dropped. He snuck in there for $2. And he has a lot of Spawn too. Like I got out of the Spawn game, but he has a lot of early Spawn, except for like the first Angel in issue 1. But for a while he had some newsstands on there. But I'm trying to stay out of the Spawn game. 90 says, great finds. Thank you. $2 is 90. I love it. Legend, I'm going to do a MLP stream. Take me to, yeah, Ned Flanders, man. One of the best for sure. Let's see. Someone take me to Flanders. I'm slamming my head into the wall. And then Prowler. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Secret Wars. This guy, he probably wouldn't do the Secret Wars 8 for $2 unless it was like someone stepped on it or something. But You know, like you said, sometimes I never know what this guy's going to drop at. I got a First Impulse. I was talking about my boy Impulse earlier in Young Justice. He still has a First Impulse over there. It's kind of beat up, but he had another one I bought off of him that was actually in pretty good condition. So I think sometimes this guy just wants you to dig through his booth, so he'll put like a gem in there for $2 just to get you to come back. So I went to his other booth. It's a little bit pricier. Usually the books in those start at $3, but they're going to be a bit higher grade. And sometimes he just drops some like nice modern minor keys in there for $3. So the first book, I think I showed off a couple of weeks back, issues 2 and 3 of this run. He actually did have the issue 1 of the run. So the Blade, number 1 from the Blade Max. So it was when they started to go more toward the Wesley Snipes style Blade. So I thought that was kind of a cool find for $3. And then I got some nice, I probably want to call them very fine, but I'd say fine plus copies of some Silver Age Daredevil. So I got Daredevil issue 50. Another run I'm slowly trying to put together. I got this one for $3, and man, that is just that I know it's got some. That's probably why I put it for $3. Does have some shipping down there, but other than that, the book presents really well. Got issue number 70 as well to start to complete the later part of that collection. So once again, nice quality copy. For $3, we got some Nick freaking Cardy action here. We got Aquaman number 43. I got a few of these Aquamans are pretty beat up, but this one, once again, probably fine. I wouldn't say fine plus. It does have some staining on the very side there, but man, just some beautiful Nick Cardy action on Aquaman. Legend, you like this one? I think I have this copy, but this is definitely an upgrade copy for me. Phantom Stranger number 12. Love these early bronze Phantom Strangers. Some phenomenal reads. Great art on the inside and out, of course. So the cleaner copies you can get. There's a little bit of staple rust going on, but other than that, a very nice $3 copy of Phantom Stranger 12. Actually, at his $2 booth, he had a copy of this, but it looked like someone ran over it with a car. So I was definitely happy with that $3 purchase. And I think I found out I had this one afterward, but I think this one, once again, upgrade. Some Copper Swamp Thing from the Alan Moore run. Some of that sophisticated suspense. Can't go wrong with Alan Moore Swamp Thing. So definitely was happy with that. All right. So if you guys watch, I think I showed this book on the Comic Core Roundtable on Friday, but the main event buy for me, because I have like issues 2 through 10, and because the movie came out, this book spiked and I wasn't able to get it for a while. Obviously, since the movie's been out for a little while now, it's kind of cooled down. But I got this for $20. I got Shazam number 1, Denny O'Neil, CC Beck. Happy to knock this one off the want list for sure. But yeah, look at how nice and white that cover is. Usually when I see these, they're a little bit, the whites are a little bit more dark cream color, or there's a lot of ticks, or it's just brown stains on the side for whatever reason. But I thought this one presented extremely well. So for $20, I mean, I tried to buy this one about a year ago on a community auction and immediately went up to like $40 and $50 and $60. So I was very happy to pay only $20 for this. I knew Legend had something to say about it. He says, best book of the Bronze Age, Prowler, Shazam. So, like I said, absolutely happy with that. And of course, Biggie Shack, Silver Age for $3, sign me up. Yeah, it's kind of hard not to just go to this guy's booth and just start buying a stack that big. Like that's like the first time I found this guy's booth, I think I probably broke $100 in just $3 books. And then some of the stuff he had, I try not to look through his glass case because that usually is doomed for my wallet. So he's got some great books. So yeah, I actually need to find him on, I think he has a Craigslist listing where he shows off these books. I need to see if he has some more Turtles. I got him to put all of his Phantom Strangers in, and that's how I built my Phantom Stranger collection on that. But yeah, I definitely need to hit this guy up and see what else he's got. so we can start to plant those seeds back in these boxes. Because right now, buying a lot of Spider-Man from them, getting some of that 70s DC horror. So I'm curious to see maybe what else I can convince him to put in. Prowler says he needs to move back to Indianapolis. Yeah, like I said, a lot of my finds are about an hour away from there for sure. And probably like 5 minutes away from there. So don't want to give up all my secret spots, but yeah, Indianapolis, there's some good comic books in the state. Let's just put it that way. Legend says 181. Nope. One word, Shazam. So there you go. All right, guys. Like I said, I was just going to keep a short live stream night because I didn't get a chance to really read a lot. All I know is thank you for joining the stream tonight. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. I know the world's going crazy right now. Hopefully we can get back to some normalcy soon. Oh, look at this. We got Joe Ryan in the chat. Long time no see, Joe Ryan. I always like seeing him. He's one of the best. I'll highlight him once he gets on. There he is. So I always have the 2 streams up. So the streamer takes like 30 seconds. But Joe Ryan says, yo, everyone. Hope everyone is safe. Yeah, absolutely. Stay safe out there. Hopefully things will get more normal before they get more chaotic. If nothing else, if you have the day off, just stay inside till this all blows over. And if nothing else, hopefully all this insane experience, I know for me, is just kind of don't take normal things for granted, because I still feel like, talking to some people at work and seeing some of these people buy the toilet paper and like, man, I want that select size, or I wonder how soft that toilet paper is. Like I said, sometimes you can't take just your average things for granted, and you're kind of seeing that in the world right now. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully by late April, early May, we'll get back to normal, but we got to start making smarter decisions as a society. But I'm not going to get on that soapbox anymore. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you had fun tonight, and stay safe out there, guys. Have a good one.